Welcome back to Origami Snowman. I'm going to try to speedrun 50 holes. And I'm going to talk about, I don't know what, Alien versus Aliens. Oh, no. I think I'm going to make some people mad. If you've never seen the movie Alien, it's about this, a mining vessel. I'm going to dumb it down real quick. A mining vessel out in space. And I don't remember what they're harvesting. Somebody else will know because they memorized it. But I didn't. I think it's Ridley Scott, I'm guessing, because it's amazing. And so Sigourney Weaver plays Ripley, and she's one of the people on this mining vessel. And they go out, and they find, I don't remember what they find. Aliens is what they find. And one of the aliens, they call them face huggers, just like right on the guy's face, and it lays a baby in him. It's gross. And he doesn't have a nice rest of the movie. That's all. And anyway, long story short, it ends with Ripley fighting this alien mother thing. It's just an absolute nightmare. Horrible. Some might argue that it's a horror movie. Some might argue that it's a sci-fi movie. I think it is fantastic. I do need to watch it again. This is going to really, cripple my argument here, but I've only seen it once. Now, the sequel to Alien is called Aliens. Clever, James Cameron. People like to say that Aliens is actually better than Alien. I don't know why. I don't know why. Where Alien was a horror or a sci-fi movie, Aliens is just an action movie. It's just an action movie. I mean, it's not. It's a good action movie. It's a good movie. Super fun sci-fi, but it's just got all the hallmarks of a James Cameron action movie. In fact, if you watch Aliens, you'll say, hang on. Didn't they do that in Avatar? Yes, they did. Didn't they do that in... What else did he... Terminator. Yes, they did. Didn't they do that in Titanic? Yes, they... Maybe. So, James Cameron definitely has his tropes. And that's fine. That's fine. Because every director has their little signatures, and that's fine. But what I don't like about James Cameron is that he kind of has this swagger to him where he's like, it's like a foregone conclusion that you're going to love his movie. I don't know. You're okay. You're fine and all. It's like the kid showing up to the science fair and his dad is like the judge of the science fair. So he's like, yeah, my volcano is going to beat your cold fusion generator. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm being like fickle and just, I don't know. Maybe I'm being a real snickle fritz. I don't know what that means. But I thought Alien was just a better movie than Aliens. Fewer guns, more uncertainty, more like just it was just good. It was tense, you made you pucker on both ends. It was just a good movie. Oh, it didn't take me very long to talk about those, did it? What else? What other sequels were better than the originals? Well, obviously Empire Strikes Back. That was absolutely amazing. Sorry, I'm suppressing coughs. I'm not laughing, like preposterously. Hang on one second. Okay, the coughing is gonna end soon. I know it. I just know it. So, Empire Strikes Back. Good night, mama. Empire Strikes Back. Empire Strikes Back is definitely a better movie than Star Wars: A New Hope. Some people will tell you that, real fans only call it Star Wars. They don't call it A New Hope. Yeah, I don't know where that started. I don't think so. If you want to call me a Star Wars poser, that's okay. I do have a Star Wars tattoo that I've had, since, well, let's see. You know what? Episode 3 had just come out, and I had high hopes. And my wife said, don't get a Star Wars tattoo, and don't get a tattoo on your hand. So I did not get a Star Wars tattoo on my hand. I got it on my wrist. And then I realized that wasn't a single statement she made, but 2 statements. And anyway, she likes to bring that up every now and then. And what's really fun is I got them very small. So 20 odd, whatever, how many years later, it's almost 20 years later, it's all kind of blended together, and now it just looks like buttons on my wrist. 2 little round buttons. It's awesome. So excited. So Empire Strikes Back, definitely better than New Hope. It's just, I chalk it up to patience and the director. I think Irving Kershner just did a better job than George Lucas. I think he knew what he was doing. I think he knew his way around the industry. George Lucas was still pretty young and kind of still figuring things out. It's just the way it is, man. It's just the way it is. What other sequels? We could talk about Back to the Future. Back to the Future 2. People can be harsh. I'll say that. I thought Back to the Future 2 was pretty cool. The Pizza Hut sunglasses that came out, the tie-in, that was pretty cool. Those were awesome, neat. The cool kids all did have those. It was, it was a different time. we set different standards for coolness. It was just, it was a cool movie because, you wondered how much of this is going to actually happen. Do you know what the most accurate, future prediction is from Back to the Future 2? Doc Brown's cargo pants. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Yeah, and it's funny because Elijah Wood was in that. He was the little kid playing video games in the diner. When Marty goes up and he shows him how to use it and he shoots and he gets a high score or whatever, and the kids go, "Oh, you have to use your hands." That's funny. Yeah. So Back to the Future 2 was okay. When they were in the future, what did not go very far. When they were in the future, it was fun. But then when they went back to Hillside, or Hill Valley, or Pine Valley, or Hill Pine, or where was it? Where did they live? I forget. It was a little, I don't know. I think it was hard to watch. It was definitely hard to watch. Now, Back to the Future 3, I liked a lot. I'm going to be honest. I liked it a lot. I have a feeling that if I went back and I watched it again today, I might feel a little differently. But I did like it a lot. And it's funny. I saw it in the theater, and then some friends hadn't seen it in the theater, and they were going, and I was like, I'll go with you. And I saw it in the theater. I think I saw that movie. I ended up seeing that movie in the theater like 5 or 6 times. Not because I was super eager to go. It was just because everybody else was going, and I had, FOMO, big time. I was not about to be left behind. So, I ended up watching that movie way more times than I should have. Didn't hate it, though. That was good. Let's see. That was beautiful. Jumanji. Who is Jumanji? Now, some will say that it's already a trilogy. Robin Williams played Alan Parson. Was that his name? In the first one, back in the day. That's a great movie. It holds up. It really does. It's a fun family movie. The second one with The Rock and Jack Black, fantastic. That is so good. It is so good. And if you count it as a sequel, then yes, I will say the sequel is better than the original. But I think mostly it's just a reboot. But no, it's not a reboot because Alan's name is carved into that. Okay, it's a sequel. It's a sequel. So I think that Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, is better than the original Jumanji. But then, let's talk about the third one. I can't remember what that one was called. It's Jumanji something else. Um, that one where Danny DeVito and Danny Glover and The Rock and Kevin Hart got to be Danny DeVito and Danny Glover. I thought The Rock and Kevin Hart were so good. They were so funny. Jack Black, on the other hand, that was close to being pretty offensive, actually. I don't know how I felt about that. Jack Black as a 16-year-old girl, amazing. Jack Black as an 18-year-old African American football player, problematic. Problematic. But let me just tell you, in Welcome to the Jungle, there are two scenes. One that made me laugh so hard, and one that I honestly, Jack Black should have gotten an Oscar for. The scene where he has to pee, and 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 Kevin Hart and The Rock have to have to teach him how. It is, oh my gosh, it is so funny. It is so funny. It's his reactions. Oh my gosh, just that scene when they whoever thought of it, when they thought of it, I can tell you as a writer, they were so excited. They were so excited to get to write that scene. They were probably giggling for an hour before they ever got to work, and it's so funny. And then the scene where where Jack Black is teaching Karen Gilliam how to flirt. Jack Black is so good in that role. He is so good. Yeah, I that is definitely better than the original. Well, okay, here we go. What else? What else we got? What else we got? City Slickers and City Slickers 2. Jack Palance won an Oscar for his role as Curly in City Slickers. Okay. Was it really the best? Who knows? Nobody won an Oscar for City Slickers 2, as I recall. However, when I'm quoting City Slickers movies, which happens from time to time, I almost always quote City Slickers 2. And it's usually the John Lovitz bit. There's something wrong with your cow. That scene I quote a bit. So, City Slickers 2 is just about as good as City Slickers. I mean, it's, either one you could walk away from and not even realize you missed out. Oh, let's see. What else? Oh, Anchorman. Anchorman I thought was ridiculous, but funny. Like, it has its moments. It really does have its moments. I watch that movie every now and then. Like, I never watch it from beginning to end. I'll just watch little bits and pieces. That was really close. And here's the thing. Once I get it in, how am I going to get back out? That could be taken many different ways. So Anchorman was funny. Anchorman 2 was not. So, again, it has its moments, though. That's the thing. Steve Carell and Kristen Wiig, so good. Oh, my. Let's try it. They're hilarious and adorable. So, they're great. That should be the whole movie should have just been about them. But I don't know. Anchorman 2 was not terrific. It was about what it's about what I expected. I mean, nobody was like, it wasn't like they're trying to uphold a legacy or anything. They're just trying to make another comedy. Comedy sequels they're never going to be great. They're just not. Trying to think of other movies that, there's trilogies, obviously, like, Marvel trilogies. So, like, Iron Man 2 was not as good as Iron Man. Captain America 2, way better than Captain America. Thor 2, somehow worse than Thor. Thor was bad. Thor was real bad. But Thor 2, somehow they were like, it was even less compelling. Guardians 2, it has its moments. Overall, is it as good? I don't know. But it has, I think, has some better moments. Ant-Man 2, you know what? Jimmy Woo, Ray Park, his character, I think made that movie. You know, where he's like gets a little obsessed with the card trick, and then we see him later in WandaVision, and when he hands what's her face his business card, he like does the magic trick. I'm getting off topic here, but yeah, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Was Ant-Man and the Wasp as good as Ant-Man? No, I don't think it was. I don't think it was. It had moments, but Ant-Man also had moments. Again, like I said, Ant-Man should not have been a trilogy. Did he deserve his own movie? I don't think he did. Did Falcon and Winter Soldier deserve their own series? Absolutely not. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna shush about that. We're moving on from Marvel. I've talked enough about Marvel. We talked enough. Let's talk about Star Wars. We got 3 trilogies, right? We've got the prequels, the original trilogy, and the sequels. Okay, episodes 1, 2, and 3. Was episode 2 better than episode 1? I've got some unpopular opinions on this. No, it was not. Attack of the Clones, episode 2, might just be the worst movie ever made. We could talk about it, but I'd probably have to rewatch it, and that's just not going to happen. The Phantom Menace is really corny, really cheesy. It's got Jar Jar Binks. It's blah, 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 blah. However, it's a children's movie. The main character is a child. So you can look at it and say, this is a children's movie. As a children's movie, it's pretty darn good. I'll leave it at that. But Attack of the Clones, as a Star Wars movie, it's stupid. It's real stupid. Real bad. Sorry. Go ahead and unsubscribe if you have to, but that opinion probably will not change. All right. Now, the prequel, or the original trilogy, boy, I ran through the gambit there. The original trilogy I've already talked about. Then the sequels was, I'm trying to remember. The Last Jedi. Was The Last Jedi better than Rise of Skywalker? Wait, I'm backwards again. Then The Force Awakens? I don't think so. I think The Force Awakens, a solid B. That movie wasn't great. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. The Last Jedi, was it? Yeesh. It had its moments. The battle at the end where the alkaline planet where like the red, you see the red like dirt underneath the white, like the salt crust. That little scene where Kylo gets real emotional and screams that they need to shoot Luke. I liked the intensity of that scene. I thought that was pretty cool. It was a good farewell. It was it was fine. It had its moments, but I don't think it was better. It also had some pretty lousy moments, but I'm not going to go into that. So no, I don't think The Last Jedi was better than The Force Awakens. All right, what else? I can't really speak to Ghostbusters. I have not really seen all of those movies. Godfather 2 apparently is one of those movies that people are like, it's the greatest movie ever made. I watched it. I don't remember much of it. I was, not super duper impressed. And this is my last hole here, you guys. This is going to be the last hole. So thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I love thinking that somebody's out there watching these videos. And judging by YouTube's computer, somebody is. So thank you so much for watching this one. I love you guys all to pieces, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you, and goodbye.